Okay, so if you've been watching my channel for a while ago, probably just over a year ago, maybe more, I did a demo of this pedal, which is the Boss RC-30 loop pedal. And it's my most sort of viewed and successful video by a very long way. But I sort of look back on it and my guitar wasn't really in tune and I didn't explain everything the way I'd have liked to, and the examples weren't all that great. So I'm glad it's done well, and I think a lot of people have subscribed to my channel after watching it, but I wanted to do a sort of updated version. So that's what this is. You might have come from the old video. I'm going to direct people here for a while and then I might delete the older one eventually. So I'm just going to explain how to use it, what all the controls do, because when you look through the manual it's quite confusing. It's a really big manual and there's a lot of stuff that's not that useful in there, and there doesn't seem to be that many videos online explaining the full sort of just basics of it. So yeah, I'm going to be going through it again, but hopefully a bit better this time. So the first thing is what you need to plug in. You see the blue cable is the input, which is coming in from my pedal board. So it runs in stereo, so there's two inputs, a left and a right, and the left one acts as a mono input, and it does say that on it, so you can run it in stereo or mono like I am. You just plug into the left one. And then the other guitar cable you can see coming out of it is going straight to the amp, and again that's mono. Plus on the far left there's the power cable. There's a foot switch input which is next to the in and output jacks, which gives you a bit more functionality more easily. And then on the far right there's a microphone input. I'm not going to be demoing using the mic today because it works in the exact same way as the guitar looping does. You just do it with a mic. So I'm just going to move down a bit closer to the pedal and go through everything that's on the front of it. Okay, so starting on the right, there's the mic input level. So you plug your mic in here and then you just adjust this to the right sort of input level that you want. And then the next bit is the rhythm section. So you press the middle button to turn the rhythm on and off. So and then you adjust the volume of it with this, so you can have it a bit louder. And then you can also tap the tempo with the one on the right, so and then there's also a few different types of rhythm, so you press type here and then you can scroll through with the arrows R1, R2, and they all sound a bit different. So there's not that many of them, and they don't really fit with everything, but you can sometimes use them to help stay in time and to add a bit more to the loops. Then the middle section is where you sort of control it, so you scroll through all your different patches with the arrows. So there's all the ones there, and if it's got a dot next to it, which none of these do because I've cleared it, that means there's something in the memory. To save something to the memory, you press right and then right again. I'll just record something to show you. So say I want to save this, I just press right and it comes up asking me if I want to definitely do it, and then I press right again and it's saved. So now you can scroll through the others and go back to one and it's there. And then deleting is exactly the same, so you just do that. Then there's a mixer section, so this is actually a 2-channel looper, so you can use both channels. So this is channel 1 and that's channel 2, and they've just each got a fader, unities in the middle, and then you can have it louder or quieter depending on what you want. And then finally at the far end there's some effects that you can add to the loop. So I've just recorded a little loop there. I'll explain how you do that in a bit more detail in a second, but to turn the effects on and off you just press the on and off button and you can scroll through the types, so you can get so there's lots of effects in there as well. Okay, so that's how everything works. Now I'm just going to explain how the actual looping works. So to start recording a loop, you just press this button exactly as you start, because it starts recording as soon as you press it. I think you can change it so that it starts recording as you take your foot off it, but that's not something I've really looked into yet, but I might do a second video where I go through more features. So you press it to start recording, press it again to stop recording, and after that it's in overdub mode, which means your loop will play back, but anything you play will also be added to the loop and recorded over the top. To get out of that mode, you just press it one more time and then it's just in play mode. So from then on, it'll keep looping your loop. If you want to add to it, you press this button, and that turns recording on and off, and then to stop, you press this button. Once it's stopped, you press this one to play. I'll do a demo of all of this later. If you're not following it, which should make it easier to understand. And then the only other real things you have to remember is holding the right pedal for 2 seconds will switch the channel. Whatever channel you're on, it'll switch to the other one. Holding the left one for 2 seconds undoes the last part of the loop, which can sometimes be quite useful. So if you make a mistake, just quickly hold that for 2 seconds and it'll undo it. Double tapping this quickly will turn the effects on and off, so you can quickly add effects if you wanted to. And then double tapping the right button stops everything. So if you just press it on its own, it'll only stop the channel you're on. But if you press it twice, it stops everything, the rhythm and both channels. I'm going to do a little demo now, trying to play something. So it should make it easier to understand what's going on. So what you saw there is I first recorded in a little sort of rhythmic thing, then added in a bass line. I also had an octave pedal on for that bit, then switched the channels and recorded a sort of melody, which means I can turn these on and off independently, so I can have just the melody, or I can have just that. And then if I want to, I can switch to this and I can turn the melody on and off. And they're always synced together. Whenever you press it and everything's off, it'll go from the start, and then if you add the second channel, it'll come in at the right time. Alright, so I'm going to do a demo with the rhythm on now, in a more normal time signature. This can only work in 4/4 and 3/4, so you can change to 3/4, and I'll probably cover that in a sort of more advanced video. But for now it's in 4/4, so the demo I did before was in a weird time signature. So I'll do a more simple demo now. I'll record some chords onto the first channel, maybe overdub them with a bass line, and then add a melody on the right hand channel. So I'll just tap in a rhythm. So for now I'm just going to use that as a sort of backing track and solo over it, and then I might add something to channel 2. So. now I'm on the second channel, so I can turn off that melody with this pedal, or I can stop everything with that pedal by double tapping it. So yeah, hopefully those were some slightly better examples and a more full view of everything. I know the demos were quite long, but I think often people want to see the full demo rather than me jumping through it too quick. So yeah, I hope that helps if you've got one of these, and I'll probably delete the old video if this one starts to get as many views as that one, because it should be slightly better audio quality, and my guitar was mostly in tune this time. So yeah, please subscribe if you like this, because I'm going to be doing a lot more pedal demos in the future, and I'm probably going to be doing a second video on this once I've learned a few more of the more advanced functions. So yeah.